battle has just begun!
Hey, welcome to the RobotnikIsSexy show. Hey, I haven't done one of these Pokemon Showdown videos in a long time. Yeah, I haven't really been playing Pokemon all too much. I'm sure you'll know that I've been using my goofy-ass Mega Steelix team in Standard against passerbys, but I haven't played like NU or UU or RU or even PU, which I would enjoy. I would enjoy PU. I just haven't played any of the other tiers for some time. I've been busy, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, this is a brand new tier. Apparently, F you. I know what you're thinking. I know, fuck you. That's I don't know what it stands for, but it will always stand for fuck you in my heart of hearts. Yeah, it's the tier of lesser used Pokemon in PU, which is what PU is for NU. It's like one of those Russian dolls that opens up and then there are like a billion of them inside. Basically Pokemon tiers in 6th gen, I guess. They're just exploding and just making more. They made Ubers into its own tier. They made PU into an actual tier, and now they're playing around with this idea of FU. And I have to say, I really like it. Unsurprisingly, although it does break my heart that Aurorus is not allowed in FU. I guess after some testing, because this tier is a couple days old now. They quickly banned a few big threats like Aurorus and a few other Pokemon I can't remember off the top of my head. But I only got to play this yesterday. And yeah, after a while of dicking around, I finally made a team that I kind of like. One that kind of agrees with me, and I'll try to explain it here. I'm going to play and pause. Now, Kricketune is a suicide lead. I actually looked this up on Spokane. So the best set is the Endeavor Focus Sash Sticky Web. This guy gets Sticky Web. That's really cool. Knockoff and what's the other movie he has? Knockoff, Sticky Web, Endeavor. I don't fucking know. It's whatever. It's fine. So you basically know what he's about. Sticky Web and endeavoring things, and using knockoff occasionally. We got Dave the Driftblim. He's back. I've had a lot of success with Substitute and Endeavor on the Driftblim set. Or not Endeavor, Endear. Similar words in the English language. Because sometimes you want to endear the hit and then get your speed and attack boost. And other times you just want to sub in their face, like if they have a lead Butterfree, which Butterfree is an extremely powerful Pokemon in this tier. And this tier is surprisingly large, I think. Luxray is allowed down here. I was very startled about that. I was using Dedenne at first, and then I'm like, I saw some guy with Luxray, and I'm like, fuck, you can use Luxray? So I've got Choice Banded, Adamant Luxray, with like Ice Fang, Wild Charge, Superpower, and Volt Switch. We got Defensive Tropius. If you remember my match against NBZ, Defensive Tropius is amazing. And if you remember my Black and White NU Wi-Fi battles, Eviolite Wartortle was lying around everywhere back then, and now it's back here, being a big threat. and Larian, which is basically just a knockoff brand of Bastiodon. So that's a lot of review. Let's resume. I'm going to leave Krigatune. Oh, he has Taunt. Okay, that's his last move. So I'm going to taunt him so he can't use Shell Smash, which is a really pro strat. Make that great turn 1 prediction that he's going to Shell Smash, which is rather obvious. He's going to burn me. Don't care. Krigatune isn't really bothered. Knockoff still does a whopping 50% to Swoobat. I'm hoping I can kill him with another one, but I fail to get a low roll or whatever. So the Swoobat he's ready to kill. So I'm gonna endure the hit, which I don't even need to because I just survive it because Swoobat is so bad. I get my speed and attack boost. I take him out with the acrobatics. Now I'm gonna go boom on the Clam Pearl. I wasn't too sure if acrobatics would kill. It probably would have actually. I could have just swept his whole team with acrobatics at this point, but I wanted to go boom, so that's what I do. So I'm gonna try to get rocks with my Larian, and he's gonna taunt me because Unpheasant can learn taunt. That's really cool. Then the cancel button is gonna refuse to work properly, and Tropius is gonna take some damage. Then I go into Luxray. Then he goes into Shedinja, which is just free stealth rocks for me. That's fine, buddy. Unless you, yeah, I don't know. Unless you double out. As I switch into Larian, free stealth rocks, they're happening. Now I'm gonna Toxic him and take him out because he only has 1 HP. Now I want to keep Larian relatively healthy because he is my emergency way to deal with this Pokemon, Lanoon. Because of the sticky web, I am going to be faster with my Adamant CB Luxray and take him out with a Wild Charge. That's to double down. That's nice. Now it's Tropius against Lanoon. Lanoon is widely considered one of the more broken Pokemon in this tier, who can just take out everyone with very little effort. But we're going to see that Tropius doesn't give two shits about it. That's +6 extreme speed, max boostage. He just eats that up and gets up a sub on top of it. And I'm like, whatever, bro. It's cool. I don't care. Another Pokemon that is pretty well broken in this tier is Butterfree, actually, because he gets Quiver Dance and Never Miss Sleep Powder. It's pretty much as simple as that. So that's going to be that match. He's going to forfeit as I fist his Lanoon, which was amazing. This is going to be a really long match against Pokeballs. I'm going to be over here. I'm actually going to lead with the wrong Pokemon entirely. I completely forgot Krigatune was on my team. I would have led with Krigatune otherwise, so I'm going to fodder Krigatune instead. Although I do get some Endeavor damage off, I probably should have gone Sticky Web. Just to hinder his Luxray and his Heatmore, which is a surprisingly good threat in FU. I have one on a different FU team I'm going to use after this. Now Regigigas is in. Eviolite Larian, max special defense, by the way. Don't even have defense investment. Look at that Drain Punch. It does like fucking nothing. It's like, yeah, thanks for the sub damage you did to yourself. I'm just going to roll you out. Now Tropius is in. He's going to do what he does. Machoke is kind of scary. I don't know if I can learn Ice Punch. I'm just going to go with it. I guess he predicts me to fear the Ice Punch and goes knockoff, but I have Harvest, so it's like whatever. So he decides not to stay in. Lapras is in here. I'm going to kind of mess around with this Lapras. This Lapras, like, is a big threat to this team, because Freeze Dry stops a lot of my Pokemon, and I have a, I don't know, it just, yeah, Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry and Lapras, it hits pretty hard for this tier. So Lapras is another one of those Pokemon who, if used effectively, can be a big threat, and I like that. I like that how there are a few Pokemon that can completely manhandle the tier if you're not careful. I think that is healthy for some offensive gameplay in your tier. So my CB Luxray is going to take out his Regigigas. He's going to take out his own Luxray. I'm going to try it on Tropius. Does a whopping amount. CB Luxray is just really great. He's going to go Leech Seed. That actually staying in and attacking Tropius was probably a really bad misplay because I will want that health later, and I just don't have it anymore. due to the recoil on Leech Seed. But I'm gonna get a sub against this Tropius, and your Air Slash can't break my sub because Driftbloom has too much HP. So I'm gonna proceed to Acrobatics everybody. Now, I should have gone Explosion here. Honest to goodness. Explosion on Lapras, take him out. But he's got the rest. This man has rest Lapras, which is like, doesn't sound impressive at first, but remember we're playing FU. So that means this huge colossal tank of a Pokemon has new life. And because my item hasn't been spent, my Acrobatics are only doing 55 damage, and that's like nothing. So now I'm going to go Lairon, which is bad. He predicts that light years ahead of time, and just kills me with a couple serves. Which kind of sucks, but I was kind of foddering him anyway. Now, I guess I should have just gone Wild Charge here, but I thought he would predict that and want to preserve his Lapras. But he actually thinks he can live the CB Wild Charge, which is actually a misplay on his art, because he couldn't. Like, I guess he didn't realize I was CB or something, but like CB Luxray, that Lapras was fried. So I thought he would switch out, and he doesn't, which means more Pokemon of mine are going to have to get hit. But I do manage to get a Leech Seed on the Lapras scot-free, or however that expression goes. Kind of fodder Wartortle, which is terrible. As a Wartortle, here's the thing about Heatmore though, it gets Giga Drain, like for no reason. So it can actually kill weakened water Pokemon pretty effectively, especially in this tier. So like Giga Drain, Focus Blast, Fire Blast. It also gets Sucker Punch. Like Sucker Punch is just like easily one of the best moves in the game. So it's you gotta watch out for Heatmore, and I'm gonna forget about Sucker Punch at some point. He's gonna show it here. Finally take out Lapras after footseeing around for like 10 turns. That's why this match is so long, I think. So Luxray's in. I thought Luxray was a surefire. I already forgot about. I forgot about Sucker Punch, even though it just happened. So Heatmore is gonna clean up the match. I think that was a good and effective match, and I'm going to add Heatmore to my team, actually. Now let me just explain this team briefly. This is the #1 guy on the ladder for FU. I just randomly ran into him, and inspired by a comment I left on Gargleflop's video, I was like, hey, it would be fun to just put the heaviest hitters in FU all in one team. Unfortunately, some of the heaviest hitters had been banned already, so I'm just left with Kingler slacking Ramparados, who is beautiful. Heatmore is an incredible heavy hitter. He doesn't have the speed, but he has the move pool. Speed is dismal. I think it's 65 or 55. It's not great. And then we've got the defense between Lumineon, who has Defog, and Charm, which comes in handy, and U-Turn, which is incredible. Like, U-Turn is another one of those best moves in the game situations. And Wormadam. Wormadam Trash, the steel guy, who actually is going to save my ass real quick. So without much further ado, let's look. Yeah, this is the team that has brought him to #1. Eviolite Spritzy. He's definitely got defensive Eviolite Krokorok, which Crocodile has been kicking my ass in OU lately, so I am wary of this guy. Tentacool, Eviolite, Toxic Spikes, that's an easy way to get to #1 really quickly, because there's not a lot to absorb Toxic Spikes. I mean, like, what are there, like a few snakes down here, but that's pretty much it. And of course, the big bad guy himself, Electabuzz, who I'm not really that afraid of. So I'm going to lead off with the wrong Pokemon, which is fine. He's going to get up his rocks with Krokorok. I'm going to predict the taunt. And this is so important. because that means I get to infestation him, which means his Krokorok is gonna die. Like, Krokorok was like the one thing that threatened my team, honestly, because like everything I have is hits really hard with high attack power, and Krokorok just stops that. But yeah, infestation, it's like, yeah, you're gone, goodbye. Infestation is just so good. So his jump off is in. I'm just gonna infest again. In case he wants to go sleep powder, I want to sleep powder Wormadam. But he actually is Sword Dance Acrobatics set, which is Black Spotted Zebra set, if you guys remember him. But my Rampardos is Scarf, and he actually sees that coming and switches into Spritzy, but I have the Sheer Force ability, so my Fire Punch is going to do way more damage than he expects. So he's going to switch out. I'm going to switch into Lumineon against Electabuzz because I thought he would use Focus Blast, but he goes Volt Switch, which really sucks. But I'm still left with enough health to live on 1% from Jumpluff's attack, go Defog, and then die. So that's great. Now Rampardos threatens him again. He's just going to fodder Spritzy. These Sheer Force Scarf Fire Punches are just amazing. Now he's going to get down the poison, but Slacking's going to kill with Return. We're not going to have Toxic level of poison, just normal poison, which is still great. Focus Blast is going to miss a lot against my Heatmor, which is really lucky for me. I'm not sure how much it would have done. He might have been Specs, so that probably would have just killed me. But I don't know. It probably mattered. As that one, like, did loads and I just died. But because Focus Miss is Focus Miss, I'm going to be able to hit him a lot, which is great. Rampardos is in. I'm locked into Fire Punch. He's just going to go Thunderbolt, and it doesn't do shit. The poison is going to take me out, though, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to sweep him a little better with Rampardos, but I was unable to. But it's okay. I've got Retaliate with the Choice Band Slacking. That's going to be the match. And this is a long video. This is far too long now. But F you. What do you think about it? I think it's a lot of fun, obviously. I love low-tier shit, so this is just great. Tell me in the comments how ridiculous you think this is, because don't lie, this tier is ridiculous. It's the definition of this tier. Is look in the dictionary, ridiculous. But if you like the video, comment, like, subscribe, all that bullshit, and I'll see you later, YouTube.